Hello everyone, and welcome to my UK Royal Family News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Charming response from Prince William to witty anecdote about his grandfather. Prince George's stopover in Northern Ireland brought up memories of Prince Philip's visit there in 2008. The heir to the throne has had a busy week launching his Homewards project. When told a fascinating narrative about his grandpa Prince Philip's visit to the same Belfast mission, where he visited earlier this week supporting his Homewards campaign, Prince William had a beautiful response. The prince was regaled with a story about how the East Belfast mission was able to secure the funding to build the centre thanks to a scathing remark made by the late Duke of Edinburgh on Tuesday when he visited the Skano Centre, one of the 6 pilot locations for his 5-year project to end homelessness. The late Queen and Prince Philip were informed about the Skano Centre's plans while visiting the capital of Northern Ireland in March 2008. The prince questioned why it hadn't yet started to be built. When he was informed that there weren't sufficient finances to carry out their plan, Philip went to the politicians and retorted, "Why don't you just give them the ****** money?" William's story's Methodist narrator acknowledged that he had slightly changed the tale, saying, "There was an expletive in there, but I'm not going to say that." And then the money appeared 3 weeks later. In answer, the Prince of Wales chuckled and remarked, "That sounds like my grandfather." William met people on the street outside the centre, shook their hands, and chatted with them about his trip, saying, "The Reverend has been telling me stories about my grandfather." The monarch was also captured on camera conversing with a supporter who seemed to be shouting the charity's on-site Refresh Cafe's praises. "Have you been for a fry-up?" he questioned the prince. "There's a fry-up ready for them," William retorted. "I must leave the house." As William approached to welcome him, one royal admirer got a little overexcited and appeared to want to playfully punch him in the face and touch his cheek. The Prince of Wales didn't seem bothered by the response, and the man seems to have meant it in a light-hearted and loving manner. One woman remarked that he smells beautiful as he hugged and kissed other bystanders and posed for pictures. The prince visited Belfast as part of a 48-hour tour to 6 different locations throughout the UK to introduce the Royal Foundation's Homewards initiative. In Belfast, William met the founding members of the alliance being formed by Homewards and spoke with East Belfast Mission representatives about their efforts to combat homelessness and their new housing building 240. Royal Family IV. Prince William and Kate must make a significant choice as George reaches a significant milestone. The question of whether Prince George would attend Eton, like his father, has come to light as his 10th birthday draws near. Prince George's future education and whether he will attend Eton College, like his father, are important decisions that the Prince and Princess of Wales must make. According to royal historian Richard Kay, Prince William was in a fragile place when he enrolled at the prestigious private school at the age of 13. King Charles and Prince Philip, George's great-grandfathers, both attended Gordonstoun in Scotland. William broke with tradition by attending Eton. Princess Charlotte, 8, and Prince Louis, 5, are Prince George's younger siblings, and they all presently attend Lambrook School. The 13-year-old Prince William was in a vulnerable situation because he was living alone and had just begun boarding school at exclusive Eton College across the river from Windsor, according to Mr. Kay, who was reported by the Hindustan Times. When the Eton boys returned home for the weekend, the Queen summoned William up to join her out of concern for her grandson's emotional state. William's entry into Eton, he continued, also marked a rare instance of harmony between his parents, Charles, the then Prince of Wales, and Diana, Princess of Wales. Charles and Diana were reportedly going through a difficult and acrimonious divorce at the time, with each taking jabs at the other, according to Mr. Kay. But they were able to compromise when it came to their son's education. Prince William had issues to answer about a big £24 million profit, according to Republic. William has been ordered to fully disclose his income and outgoings by Republic, which favors an elected head of state, after the prince neglected to release an annual report. Prince William ought to explain his household accounts, according to a party advocating for Britain to have a democratically elected head of state. Republic demanded that local communities receive a portion of the senior royals' revenue from the Duchy of Cornwall. The Prince of Wales collected almost £6 million in private income from the duchy this year. But he has come under fire for failing to release a household report in his first year as heir apparent. William has some explaining to do, said Graham Smith, chief executive of Republic, because a change of monarch and heir is no excuse to row back on what little transparency there is. William's home should be able to give a complete set of accounts for this fiscal year, he said. He should be disclosing his income and expenses as the recipient of public funding from the state-owned duchy. It's time we demanded the return of the duchies of Cornwall and Lancaster to the people and for revenue to be spent on local communities, as duchy profits appear to be growing to a record £24 million. After the passing of Elizabeth II, Kensington Palace claimed that the previous year had been one of transition, and, as a result, they would not be publishing a report this year, William's first as the heir apparent. Their Royal Highnesses have been working through their plans and priorities for the duchy and the household in the years to come, and how these support their work and charitable priorities, such as the Royal Foundation and its programs, a spokesman for Kensington Palace said. And that is the reason the home does not release a partial annual report. When he was Prince of Wales, Charles published a separate Clarence House evaluation every year that included information on his overall income and the usage of duchy funds. Upon the passing of his grandmother, the late Queen Elizabeth II, and the ascension of his father, King Charles II, the current Prince of Wales received the Duchy of Cornwall landed estate. Now, every year's surplus profits are William's to keep. According to the estate's reports, the duchy had record profits of £24.048 million in 2022-23, up £1.02 million from £23.024 million the previous year, and an increase of roughly 4.5%. Since William became first in line to the throne halfway through the fiscal year, his finances have become more convoluted. William would typically be entitled to the whole £24 million as his private income. According to Kensington Palace, King Charles, as the former Prince of Wales, was entitled to £11.275 million of the excess before his succession, while William, who served as the Duke of Cornwall and Prince of Wales for almost 6 months of the previous fiscal year, is entitled to £12.773 million. The duchy team requested a portion of the excess be held back this year for working capital purposes, or the day-to-day management of the estate, according to the palace, although this was a one-off associated with the change in Dukes of Cornwall. Prince William received £5.9 million in income, while the duchy kept £6.873 million. The annual statistics were released on Thursday, the same week that William began his campaign to end homelessness in 6 locations across Britain. Next year, William is anticipated to collect the whole £24 million duchy profit, although Alastair Martin, the duchy's secretary and record keeper, hinted that the estate would not again achieve those high levels. According to him, the extra one-time income was what caused the increase from £23 to £24 million. He continued, "This will not continue, and the surplus for 2023/24 will not be at this level." Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.